So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
Cheney did something that's inexcusable. I think those people committed a major crime.
Sir?
For what they did.
Yeah.
Honestly, they should go to jail.
He does this to keep you all in a panic.
And if he goes after her, she's going to fight back.
And I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it.
NBC News is reporting that President Biden is considering giving preemptive pardons to the likes of Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, and Anthony Fauci. If President Biden doesn't issue those pardons, do you think they are going to wish that he had? Are they going to be pursued?
I can tell you this about Cheney, and she's a so-called Republican. I think she hurt the Democrats terribly. When I saw that Kamala put Cheney out on the campaign trail, I said, that's the end of Kamala. I really did. I thought it was a terrible move, especially if you're a Democrat. But Cheney did something that's inexcusable, along with Thompson and the people on the Unselect Committee of political thugs and, creeps. So the Unselect Committee went through a year and a half of testimony. Wait. They deleted and destroyed all evidence of that they found. You know why? Because Nancy Pelosi was guilty. Nancy Pelosi turned down 10,000 troops. You wouldn't have had a J6 because other people were guilty. They lied. And what did they do? They deleted and destroyed a whole year and a half worth of testimony. Do you know that I think those people committed a major crime.
Sir?
And Cheney was behind it. And so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee. For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
For what they did.
Everyone on the committee, you think
I think everybody anybody that voted in favor.
Are you going to direct your FBI director and your attorney general to send them to jail?
No, not at all. I think that they'll have to look at that, but I'm going to focus on drill, baby, drill.
He does this to keep you all in a panic. He does it to make you all do this and talk about him. It is so terrible. But all we have to do from now until January 21st is be with our families, be with our kids, do our jobs, make sure our checks don't bounce, make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and our families. Whatever he's going to do, he's going to do. But do take our word for it. Things seem to move slowly because, they didn't come get Hillary. But he has other people who are ready to go. But I don't think that they can just go out and do what they want to do.
I told you last week I disagree with you when you say that. Because we have the luxury of saying that because we're legal, we are successful, but if you're an illegal immigrant in this country, you're not going to be not in a panic. If you are a woman working for the Department of Defense, you have a right to be in a panic.
You tell people to stay fraught and like this.
I'm telling people to prepare, Whoopi. I'm telling people to prepare.
They are prepared.
So that means that they can't be relaxing and enjoying Christmas.
No, it doesn't mean that.
When winter is coming.
No, it does. You know what? I'm sorry.
I mean, I disagree.
Winter is here.
Right.
Winter's been with us. And my point is we can lay down and do nothing for the next 15 days and then be freaking out for the next 4 or 2 years.
My point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire. Yeah. If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it. Yeah. She'll knock it right off my head. But you have to be able to cheer for wins when they happen and then call out relentlessly the wrongdoers.
Well, first of all, thank God for Liz Cheney. Because she's not trekking to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring. She's not going into, deep hiding and in silence. She's not changing her tune all of a sudden. She's sticking by her guns. She is a principled person with a backbone and courage. And if he goes after her, she's going to fight back. And it is going to be our job to protect her, to support her, to donate to a legal fund, to make sure that there are lawyers ready to defend her because it costs a lot of money. Because it is very stressful and very drainful, even if there is no crime. Yeah. Being investigated. by the federal government is a big deal.
I want to read you what Liz Cheney had to say. Here is the truth. Donald Trump attempted to overturn the 2020 presidential election and seize power. He mobilized an angry mob and sent them to the United States Capitol, where they attacked police officers, invaded the building, and halted the official counting of electoral votes, Cheney said. Donald Trump's suggestion that members of Congress who later investigated his illegal and unconstitutional action should be jailed is a continuation of his assault on the rule of law and the foundations of our republic. And Jonathan Lemire, for a new incoming president, you know what? That is not the fight he wants to pick. I mean, he may want to pick that fight, but it's just not going to end well.
It's not the fight he should pick, but it very well may be the fight he chooses to pick. Yes.
But I do think to underscore the point you were all just making, this is not just about retribution against those of us on the committee. This is about sending a message that no one better hold him to account in his second term. No one better look at what he does, do their congressional job, that he is intent on trying to break down these checks and balances in our system. That's where the danger lies, more so than to the members of the committee. I think the American people are very concerned about crime. They want an FBI director and an attorney general to deal with fentanyl and deal in California with smash and grab robberies. This is not what they're looking for, to turn the agencies into some vehicle of political retribution.
As far as weaponizing the DOJ and going after political opponents, the only party that's ever done that is the Democrat Party. When President Trump was in office the first time as the 45th president, he didn't go after the Clintons. He didn't do this. As soon as Pelosi became Speaker of the House, though, she did go after Trump. Who did weaponize the DOJ was the FBI, or was the FBI with the DOJ going after President Trump. When they went after classified documents, they obviously treated President Trump much different than they did President Biden.
He clearly doesn't like what they did to him. But it was obvious to me, he got asked numerous different ways this morning about going back and having retribution, and he's clearly not interested in doing it. He said, my retribution will be having a successful country, which is something he said during the campaign. So is he ever going to love these people? No. Do I have any anticipation this is going to be a focus of him? No. He said energy, prices, and immigration were his focus.
Look, Liz Cheney is someone who lost her primary, who got bounced out by a very good Republican who's been bitter and attacking President Trump ever since. I think Liz Cheney, quite frankly, for what she did, I have my own personal opinions about Liz Cheney, but what President Trump said, if you listen to the entire Meet the Press interview, is he wants everyone who he puts into key positions of leadership, again, whether that's Pam Bondi as the AG, Kash Patel at FBI, or anybody else, to apply the law equally to everybody. Now, that means if you're somebody who's committed some very serious crimes, who's committed very serious felonies, who's, for example, leaked confidential information in direct violation of laws that are in place, well, then obviously that sets you up for different things. But as far as the politics aspect, if you listen to the entire interview with President Trump, he said he's going to leave that up to the law enforcement agents in charge, including Pam Bondi and Kash Patel.
But the things you mentioned so far, there has been no evidence of criminal wrongdoing. I want to